You've got the job, the relationship, the family, the house. You did everything right. So why does it feel empty? You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're not ungrateful. You're just waking up. Waking up to the fact that you didn't actually choose most of this. You pleased your way into it. You built your life based on what would make everyone else proud, comfortable, or quiet. And now that you're here, you can feel the ache of what it actually cost you. So let's talk about this today, beautiful. I want to talk about the life that looks good, but feels wrong. So to me, there is a particular kind of heartbreak that no one talks about. And I see it. I did it myself for many years, and I see it in other people around me too. There's a moment where you realize you spent years building a life that was never really yours. You made the safe choices. You were the reliable one, the fixer, the high achiever. You were told to be nice, to be good, not to upset people. And so, what happened? You became who everyone else needed you to be or wanted you to be, instead of who you actually are. But now things are changing for you because you're here, you're watching this video. You can feel it. The mask is slipping. The hustle, the constant grind feels heavy, and your soul is whispering to you, this isn't it, beautiful. You were meant for more. There is a much more fulfilling way that you could be living. And the fact is, I know that you know how valuable your life is. You know you were born for a reason. You know that there's so much life that you can be living. And this is what this video is going to be all about. So first, I just want to shed some light on how people pleasing can basically quietly hijack your entire life. So people pleasing isn't just about saying yes when you want to say no. It runs much deeper than that. It's choosing a career that makes your parents proud, or that you know people around you won't look down upon, but drains you. It's staying in a relationship that feels misaligned because you don't want to hurt anyone, and this can go on for months and years until you sit and look back and you say, is it really that bad? But deep down you know it's not for you. It's building a life that gets an applause, but while your body is screaming for rest, for truth, and for you, it just doesn't feel aligned. When you're stuck in the people-pleasing pattern, every decision becomes about approval. It becomes about the optics, what people see, and it becomes about just keeping the peace, because sometimes you are just too exhausted to do anything else. So everything about that is misalignment. And the worst part is that you think people love you for the version of you that's performing. And that's not true, okay? They don't actually love you. They love the version of you who pacifies them. They love the version of you that keeps the peace. But they don't know you. They don't see, they have never been able to see that sparkle, that radiance, who you could really be. That dazzling, most incredible woman that just shines. You've never been given the opportunity to actually step into her fully and just embody her. And that's the woman that you are underneath. So what I want to do is I just want to put a few points out here so that you can kind of recognize if you are in this state, if you're ready for this evolution, if you're basically finding yourself at breaking point, because eventually And it will, like, this is part of your life path. You're not living who you were born to be. So eventually it all catches up with you. So let me know in the comments if you feel any of this. You burn out, you just feel burnt out. You just feel exhausted, and you might be going to bed early. You might be waking up early. You might be eating an amazing diet. You might be just full of a vibrant energy person, but you start just feeling so drained. You snap at people. You fantasize about starting your life over again. What would you do? How would you do things differently? Have you ever been in a situation where you literally cry alone? And then you talk yourself out of it. You're like, oh, I need to be grateful. It's not that bad. Like, we can make small changes. Because you're lucky, right? You should, on paper, be grateful. But deep down, you know, you abandoned yourself to keep others comfortable. You betrayed your truth to meet expectations. And now, you're ready to come home. You're ready to be yourself. You're ready to remember who you were born to be. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to share some tips with you that's going to help you to actually reclaim your power without burning everything down. Because you might think, oh my God, like my life is so far removed from what I want it to be, from the true me. You might feel like you're literally going through a death inside. But the answer isn't to burn your life to the ground. It's just to slowly bring you back into it with all of your beautiful glory. So let's just start here. Let me know in the comments. First question, where are you pleasing, not choosing? Tell me. I also want you to start noticing the moments where maybe guilt or obligation tells you to just comply, to go along with it, even though inside your body's screaming no. And you might think, oh, but this is just a tiny thing. That's your boundaries being broken. Okay? And the tiniest thing that you do to allow that to happen to you, that is you abandoning yourself. That's you going against your spirit. And that's why every tiny choice that you make along with your spirit, along with your best highest self, along with who you're born to be, these are very powerful choices, because what you're slowly doing is you're slowly building confidence in yourself. You're slowly making small choices every day, taking tiny micro actions that lead up to you being and acting and living your dream life. But it starts small, and you'll be given small opportunities to actually become your highest self every day. So don't discount them. Just practice radical honesty. Not for rebellion, not for being nasty, not for being horrible, but literally for your own restoration. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to re-choose your life from a place of truth, not performance. You don't have to prove anything anymore. You're not here to impress. You're here to live. So, this episode wasn't meant to shame you. It's a homecoming. And if you're ready to see where your energy is leaking, where your soul is dimmed by duty, then the spark activation is your next step. You can find out more about the link below, but essentially it is a private, bespoke video reflection video where I will show you the blind spots, the patterns, and the untapped power that's holding your truth hostage. And in that video, I show you exactly how to reclaim it. So the link's below for that. But what I want to do as we finish today is I want you to comment below, I'm choosing me now, if this spoke to you. I love you. I see you. You're not too late to start living. Your life is just beginning. I'll see you in the next one, beautiful.